Hi, and welcome back to Smart String Teacher. My name is Grace Law, and I just love finding ways to simplify teaching strings so that you can achieve more in less time and help your students have more success. So today's topic is how to teach strings faster and more successfully. This is the perfect time to broach this topic because it's the beginning of the year and you want to set a solid foundation for your students. And in order to show you how to do that, we're going to talk about bricks. So let's look at some actual bricks. So let's look at a brick wall. And you can see that when you lay each brick down one by one, it makes the next brick easy to lay. And it makes the next level easy to lay as well. However, if you're missing bricks, building a wall is very difficult and is in danger of collapsing. The same thing goes for teaching. If you're teaching and you don't realize that you are leaving gaps, that you're missing bricks in what you're teaching to your students, that's what makes the next level of bricks harder to lay. That's why it makes it harder to teach fourth finger or shifting or intonation. So what you need to do is you need to stop and think about what is missing in the student's knowledge that would fill those gaps so they understand what it is you want them to do. This is a perfect analogy because it really explains how when you put the right bricks in place in the right order, then learning proceeds naturally into the next step. And each step is easy. And if you've been teaching something and it hasn't been successful or hasn't gone as well as you wanted to, then that means that you left out some bricks when you taught it. So I can totally relate to that. When I first started teaching strings, I had a lot of gaps and my students had a lot of challenges, and I couldn't figure it out until I stopped to think about what was missing in their understanding and fill that gap for them so that they could understand whatever it was I was teaching more easily. So you might want to take some time right now and consider all the skills that you've had a hard time teaching and figure out, okay, what information are the students missing that's making this hard for them? Because if you presented the right information in the right way, it would actually be easy. Now, it took me years of trial and error to figure out a sequence that naturally gets the kids to not only understand their instrument thoroughly in the first few weeks of playing, but leads into really easy music reading, understanding of rhythm, intonation, shifting, and all of that. But it took me 30 years. Now, if you don't want it to take you 30 years to figure out which bricks to lay so that you set a solid foundation for your students, then feel free to try a sample of my online training. I've got a free lesson for you down below on how to start beginners on bow hold and left hand. And if you like my process, you can sign up for my Smart String Teacher Foundation, which is an online course that you can take at your own pace and learn my step-by-step method and stay ahead of your students this year and get not only amazing results, but you will end up with students who are independent learners who you can take to the next level and further than you have in the past. All right, that's it for this set of videos. I hope you enjoyed it. All the best to the beginning of the school year, and we'll see you in the next series.